Some things are so powerful, so secretive, and so controversial. They blur the line between science and what we should fear. This is one of them. This is Project HAARP. The High-Frequency Active Auroral Research Program, better known as HAARP, is a very real scientific project built in the remote wilderness of Alaska. Officially, its purpose was to study the ionosphere, that mysterious, electrically charged layer of our atmosphere that affects everything from radio signals and GPS to long-distance communication. On paper, HAARP was designed to improve technology, strengthen our communication systems, and help us understand how solar storms impact our planet. But many people, perhaps rightly so, believe HAARP's true purpose goes far beyond simple atmospheric science. And when you look at how it works, it's not hard to see why. HAARP uses a massive array of powerful antennas, a forest of metal reaching for the sky, capable of beaming high-frequency radio waves directly into the upper atmosphere. By heating small, targeted sections of the ionosphere, scientists can create artificial atmospheric phenomena and observe how that layer of our world reacts. To the researchers involved, this is all about data, physics, and innovation. But to its critics, and to those who look a little deeper, it looks like something else entirely. Something much more sinister. Some of the most persistent theories suggest that HAARP will be used to influence weather patterns. The idea is that by manipulating atmospheric energy at such a massive scale, you could potentially trigger storms, create droughts, steer hurricanes, or even cause earthquakes by exciting geological fault lines. Think about that for a moment. The ability to weaponize the weather itself. A tool that could bring a nation to its knees without firing a single shot. Is it possible? The official answer is no. But the questions don't stop there. Others believe the technology could be used to interfere with satellites, disrupting global communication networks, or even blinding an enemy's eyes in the sky. It could be used as a strategic military weapon, a silent, invisible force capable of creating chaos. Then there are the more extreme theories, the ones that venture into the realm of science fiction. Some claim HAARP's frequencies could affect human consciousness, subtly influencing our emotions, our thoughts, or even our behavior on a mass scale. A form of global mind control broadcast from the Alaskan wilderness. Now, it's important to state that there is no public proof, no smoking gun, that HAARP has ever been used for these purposes. But the intense secrecy surrounding the project, especially during its early years, created a vacuum. And that vacuum was quickly filled with speculation, fear, and a global conspiracy that has only grown over time. If you find real-world projects like this as fascinating as I do, this channel explores many more stories that governments and powerful institutions would rather you not hear about. You might want to stay connected for what we uncover next. For years, HAARP operated under direct military oversight, a fact that added a massive amount of fuel to the fires of suspicion. Why would the US military be so deeply involved in what was supposedly simple atmospheric research? Well, documents that were eventually released revealed that part of HAARP's research did, in fact, include studying how its radio waves could be used for surveillance, for achieving communication dominance on the battlefield, and for developing new forms of electronic warfare. That doesn't automatically make it a weather-controlling superweapon, of course. But it certainly raises some very uncomfortable questions. As public attention grew, HAARP became one of the most talked-about secret projects on the internet. Musicians wrote songs about it. Activists protested outside its gates. Online communities built entire narratives around its supposed hidden power, connecting it to unexplained events all over the world. It became a modern legend, a symbol of hidden government power. Then, in 2015, something interesting happened. The US military officially shut down its direct involvement in HAARP, transferring control of the facility to academic institutions like the University of Alaska Fairbanks. To some, this was proof that the project was harmless after all, just a research tool, nothing more. The conspiracies were just that, conspiracies. But to others, this move was seen as something different. They believed the project wasn't shut down, but was simply pushed deeper into the shadows, operated under a new, less suspicious cover. What makes the story of HAARP so powerful isn't just the incredible technology. It's what that technology represents. It symbolizes a deep-seated fear that governments might possess tools capable of influencing nature itself, of playing God with our planet. It represents the constant, simmering tension between the relentless march of scientific progress and the public's right to know, the right to grant its trust. And more than anything, it highlights how extreme secrecy can transform legitimate research into a global mystery, fueling a world of doubt and suspicion. If you enjoy these deep dives into the forbidden, the controversial, and the hidden projects that shape our world from the shadows, you'll probably enjoy the other investigations we feature right here on this channel. To this day, the debate about HAARP continues to rage. Scientists argue that it's a profoundly misunderstood research facility, a victim of its own complexity and the public's imagination. They maintain it's a tool for good, helping us understand our world better. Critics, on the other hand, argue that we have never been told the full truth, that the project's most sensitive capabilities remain classified and hidden from public view. And in the middle, the public is left wondering, how much power does modern technology truly hold? How much of our world is really under our control? And how much is being manipulated behind a curtain of secrecy? Whether HAARP is a harmless research project or something far more dangerous ultimately depends on who you choose to believe. But one thing is absolutely certain: it became one of the most famous and controversial scientific projects in modern history. And projects exactly like this are why Forbidden Projects exists. To explore the real stories hidden behind the veils of secrecy, power, and fear. If you want to keep uncovering more real projects that have crossed ethical, scientific, or moral boundaries, consider staying with the channel. There are many more stories waiting to be told. This was HAARP, a real project, a global controversy, and a forbidden project. Welcome to Forbidden Projects.